Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U Movement. I am B, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the phenomenon I refer to as the fuckeries. So, those of us are on an awakening path knows that a lot of stuff goes wrong. It just keeps going wrong. If I look back over the last 10 years, it's been just one giant clusterfuck after another. Like, it's crazy. It really is crazy. My father died. I lost my job. That was the first job I lost. I was fired, believe it or not. I was fired, and then I took them to a tribunal for wrongful dismissal. So that was like another court case that I was just like, oh my God, I don't even need to know how to deal with this. Then my health completely turned into one ginormous clusterfuck extraordinaire, where I was developing conditions and acquiring them like hockey cards. It was like a collector's item. Yay, I got the diabetes card. Oh my God, yes, I got the fibromyalgia card. These are so rare. Oh, whoa, I got the I'm almost going like senile and have a failed early Alzheimer's test card. This one's even got the foil. Then I lost job number 2 because my position became redundant and that they no longer had a space for me. Then COVID happened. Then it just went on. I lost my best friend. I lost my mother to death. I lost my marriage. Well, that wasn't so much of a loss as like escaping from what turned into being like, once my third eye opened and I started seeing it for what it really was and started seeing him for who he really was and started getting confessions of what he'd really done. That whole thing, my last 15 years was like a total lie, a total lie, everything. And the damage that it did, now that I know what was what, it is crazy, just crazy. Misdiagnosed fistula that was misdiagnosed as trigeminal neuralgia for the longest time. A neurosurgeon wanted to do surgery that would make the entire side of my face go numb. Glad I didn't listen to that neurosurgeon. Are you kidding me? Nine professionals, mixture of nine health and wellness professionals before I finally, after I think my 6th dentist, got like an actual diagnosis of a fistula. I mean, the pain had been so severe. I just don't know how I even survived that. So I'm still in pain, pain level 1 or 2. I'm trying to heal it myself. We'll see if I do. What it is, a fistula is like a hole, a tunnel, like the little bacterias or virus or whatever was there that originally was in, because I've lost 3 teeth, has dug a tunnel, and created like a tunnel in my roof of my mouth. So every time I breathe or talk, air goes through it. I can have no pain as long as I have tea bags shoved up in there. But eventually, I will have that sorted one way or another. Either I cure it myself or I go for surgery. Then there was the fuckeries that came with like money, disappearing hand over fist, paying out karmic debts left, right, and center. Then there was the losses of like every single human I ever had love for. Where'd they go? Hello? Oh, just echoes. Sorry, I irritated the dog with that. Yeah, I lost friends en masse. Then there was the disappearance of my family, that really wasn't ever a family, but called themselves that. I thought they were that, but when I was like, hey, family, my life is falling apart, I need help, I got back how flawed a human I was. I was like, that's not helping me. That's like you're barely breathing, and you're like, like I'm drowning over here. I'm trying to help me, send me a life raft, please, please, toss me one of those rings. And then they throw a brick at you, and you're like, yeah, thanks for nothing for that. Then there was the 2.5 year long legal battle that completely financially ruined me, that put me in so much anxiety and angst, and that was just a clusterfuck extraordinaire. Like, then there's all the like mini fuckeries, you know. Almost every single appliance in my house broke in the last 2 years. Yep. Uh, money, hand over fist, karmic debts, paying, releasing, letting go, letting go this, that, and the other, letting go of coping mechanisms, letting go of addictions, letting go of dairy, gluten, uh, sugar, alcohol, pot, pharmaceuticals, letting go, letting go, letting go. So the fuckeries come in and they're like tenderizing you, and releasing you. And why? Well, I can tell you that when you're going through all of this, really, you have one place to turn, and that's the divine. Like the amount of prayer that I have done in the last 4 years is like, I have spent days in prayer. And I certainly was not a prayer kind of person before. I was egoic kind of, I'm going to control my life, and I'm going to set out, and I'm going to do, and I, lots of I's. And then it was like, I don't know what you're going to send at me next, God, but please give me the strength to get through it. Please find me the money to pay this tax bill that showed up unexpectedly. Please send some love, man. Send some love. I need some love. Please, please send some support. Please send some guidance. Please send some direction. Please, please, please. Like, please heal me. Please, please heal me. Please show me the way. Please show me the way. Dear God, show me the way. There has been so much prayer. So all of the fuckeries have strengthened my connection with spirit, and because that's the only lifeline. That is the only lifeline that I had. And spirit would create and intervene and send me support in the middle of the night. The miracles started happening in my life. As I've said, I started an initiative called the Melissa Spearing Seed of Hope, which was another loss. A very dear friend of mine committed suicide last year, and it came and sideswiped me. I didn't see that one coming. And she had provided me with counseling when I ended up having to turn my ex into the police. I took his written confession and I gave it to the police. Zero things have come of that, but I did what I think is ethically the right thing to do. And the amount of fuckeries that had occurred, I was a mess. I was a mess. Going through Dark Night of the Soul for me was dark. It was very dark, and it was very scary and terrifying and difficult and isolating and overwhelming and confusing. Like it was spiritual emergency is no joke. And she reached out and provided me with some counseling to help get me through that stretch that she had paid for. And so I'm in her debt, which is why I set up the Melissa Spearing Seed of Hope initiative to offer free counseling to people who are facing spiritual emergency or crisis and need somebody to talk to. So I leave an hour every single day and will do as a support net, just a landing place for individuals that are in the worst of it. You know, when the fuckeries are coming at you at such a rapid rate that it feels like your life has turned into you know, a post-apocalyptic movie, and you're wondering where the hell Sandra Bullock is. I often was like, where is she? Where? Oh, wait. Oh, I'm her. Oh, I'm the hero of the story. Oh, that's it. Okay, so I'm just supposed to like go with my blindfold on and row my boat, not so gently down this stream, is what I'm supposed to do, because the overwhelming, it feels like this. You know, Kundalini comes in like the energy of Kali. You know, Kali is the destroyer. You know, sorry if my tongue's all green and it's juicing. Kali comes in as the destroyer, and she destroys your life and burns you down to your very essence, where all there is prayer, and all there is you know, breath, the simplicities of life, getting back into, this is the ground and I am supported on the ground. I am, you know, comforted and rocked in my hammock. This became a massive tool for me to use throughout my awakening, because it has been brutal. It has been an absolutely brutal process. The fact that I'm still standing, like, it boggles my mind. It boggles my mind. And then, you know, you get through the dark night of the soul, and you go through a period that is the void, and you're starting to like bounce in between like the void, and it's still, there's still like remnants. It's still a cycle that happens. It's like being in a washing machine, and you're like, a deep scrub comes up, usually around the full moon. A deep scrub comes up, like one of those old washboards in the olden days, and you're like, and then the void happens, and you're like, what's happening? What's going on? Oh my God, oh my God. And then your ego is collapsing and dissolving. Who am I now that I'm not that? Who am I now that I don't have these habits, these thoughts, these beliefs, these labels? Who am I? Who am I? What is going on? And then you start to go into grounding and reintegration, where stuff starts happening that's like pushing you in a direction that's like good. Like good stuff starts happening. Soul Tribe starts showing up for you in the middle of the night randomly, when you're like having a panic attack, and all of a sudden somebody reaches out from New Zealand and goes, I'm just checking on you, sweetheart. How are you doing? And I'm like, thank God you're checking on me. I'm not doing well. You know, like, that has been miraculous. The Soul Tribe thing, it's like altogether like, whoa, that it just blows your mind. And then opportunities open. So there's been, in the state of the fuckeries, all these things collapsing, and tower moments and destruction, and, you know, this isn't for you, and if it's got to go, and there's sharp exits and quick things, and then something comes in that's like new, and you're like, is this working out for me? Like, what? Like, I am so prepared. My nervous system is so prepared for disaster now that it's like, I'm ready. I'm in a state of readiness of going like, okay, I'm ready for there to be the next boot that drops, you know. And these boots that are dropping aren't like little boots. They're like steel-toed, heavy-duty, size 14 boots that are landing on your head. These are heavy-duty boots. But then it works out. And you're like, what is going on? What? So, as you know, this legal battle has been battering me about until I could get the message. And the timing was right, because it comes down to divine time, not my time. My time could have put me in, if I had sold the house 2.5 years ago, could have put me in a whole bunch of different hurt, because I was still married at the time. So what would have happened then if this and everything else, it would have been a different kind of legal battle. I could have put myself into much more harm's way. So I'm grateful for the legal battle creating time, because it wasn't my time, but now is the time. And Spirit came along in one of those moments of like, no, you need to sell now. You need to pull the plug now. And I was like, okay, now. And I 2 weeks went from being like basically, in my bed, going through another round of Dark Night of the Soul, to up and running around like a chicken with my head cut off, cleaning, purging, selling, organizing, this, that, the other, and literally I got my entire house ready for sale in 2 weeks, which is pretty fast. And then my house sold in a week, which is pretty fast. And then it was sold conditionally. The conditions of the sale were to do with, an inspection, and then their financing. And so, I'm like sitting here going, I don't know what's happening. Okay, yeah. And then the inspection is like, yeah, okay, just this. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I worked my way through that really smoothly. And then the finances got improved. And so then the sale is like official, like it's official. And then I was like, oh my God, it's all happening. And then I was worried because my soul kids need an apartment and they were having difficulty finding someplace. And then all of a sudden, boom, yeah, that's resolved too. And I'm like sitting here going like, everything's working out? What? I still have a couple hoops to jump through, but because I have switched, there has been a definitive switch, a shift in energy that has gone from get rid of the things that don't work. Like the memo I have been getting for years is, if it ain't in alignment, it's got to go. It doesn't care. Whether you want to call that Kundalini, the universe, God, like there's zero, don't care, got to go. And like this stretch here right now that we've been in with Pluto in retrograde is like, seriously, time's up. Make a move. Like get it on with. These fuckeries have come in to like motivate us to get out of situations that aren't for us. They aren't in our highest and greatest good. They're in, an old timeline that no longer resonates. And so then when you step, it's kind of been one foot in both for a little bit of, riding two rails at the same time. And it's like, when you get into the rail that is, this is what Spirit wants. This is what's in your highest and greatest good. This is what's in alignment for you. All of a sudden it happens fast. So all this destruction felt really fast, even though it's been like really a 10-year self-destruct sequence. And then boom, all of a sudden, selling this year alone has already wrapped up a lot of karmic lessons for me. In January, the legal battle was coming to a close and resolved by February, and I was like 2.5 years in this, and then all of a sudden, boom, 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 it was resolved, and I was like, oh, okay. So I took a breather and took some time to like reorient myself. Okay, now that you know, the house, I can sell the house. I'm legally entitled to sell the house. Now what do I do? Do I keep the house? Do I sell the house? What do I do? And I flapped around a little bit more until Spirit was like, no, now move. And when Spirit says, now move, all of a sudden Spirit's working with you, and the moves are like, and like, I found another place to go, boom, 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 and everything's like lining up. And I gotta say, it's a little bit wackadoodles for the poor little mind and the nervous system to integrate how quickly the changes are happening once the changes start happening. And that's okay, because we're still in a process of reintegration. And reintegration is about teaching and training the nervous system that it is safe, that it is okay, that everything is working out, that you are divinely protected. And I know that for sure. Spirit's like, this person isn't good for you, boom, they're gone. Like, you're like, it's like that giant wrecking ball that comes in and just boom, they're gone. And you're like, oh, adios, amigo. Hope you have a soft landing. They're gone. Stuff that's not meant for you is going to go really quickly, and the stuff that is meant for you is going to show up equally as quickly, and it boggles your mind. And that's okay. It's okay for our minds to be completely and utterly boggled. That's actually probably the best thing for our minds, because when our minds are thinking that they're in control is when all the problems go. You know, my mind has thought so many times, oh, I've got it totally figured out. This is what Spirit wants, and this is what, and Spirit's like, ha, you just are so fooled. Psych! That's not what I said at all. This is what I want, you know? And so you're like, whoa. So to be out of your mind is the best thing that can happen to help facilitate the reprogramming that is required for, like, I surrender. Just take me where you want me to go. I'll just go. Just put the people in my life that you want to have in my life. I'll just deal with it. Just take away the people that are in my life that aren't meant to be living in my space anymore. That's okay. You know, I'm going to adapt. Just you guide, you direct. You know, I have tried really hard my whole life to be the director, and what I now realize is I just need to be me, showing up in my life in authenticity. And it's amazing to be, because in January I also wrapped up another karmic dream. You know, I had all my life wanted to be an actress, and I had that disaster happen with my first group of acting people I talked about in one of the videos recently. And then I went and got another agent, and I was, you know, having fun with it. And in January, and I did make reference to it in a couple of videos, I got a casting callback for a role that, and see, Spirit is so, like, it's so obvious sometimes. It's like it like hits you over the head with it. The role that I was cast back in was me. Was the old me. It's not the new me, but it was me. It was like, show up and go to a bar and ask for a drink, and, you know, you're a night out with your friends, you're cracking the jokes, and I'm like, I'm auditioning to be me, but not me, because I'm not her anymore. So it was like this nicely tidied up finality to this old karmic dream of wanting to be a performer. And play the role of other people. When I realized, you know, as I was sitting there in this casting room, that it's not my dream anymore. That isn't what I want. I don't want to be playing the role of anybody, because that's what I did my entire life. up until now, my entire life, I have been the cool chick, the femme fatale, the Miss Know-It-All, the teacher, the Reiki master, playing all these characters my whole life, none of which were me. And now I'm just me. So I don't want to act anymore. I want to authenticate. I want to individuate. I want to learn to be self-sufficient, self-contained, self-loving, self-aware. I want to be divine. I want to be in my divinity and connected to God. And the more I connect to God, the more I surrender the role of the director. So I can add the director to the mix of all the egoic identities that I have worn and put into the shadow and can now put down and say, it's all right. I'm going to let myself be directed. It's going to be a mystery. It's going to be a mystery. What awaits me is what awaits me. Some of the snippets of the hopes and the dreams that Spirit showed me in my bliss phase. Well, that would be delightful. That would be absolutely blissful. It looks that way. It looks like, even in the back, I've got my sup, my paddleboard out so that I can give it a wash and just check to make sure it was okay, because I'm like, I gotta make sure my paddleboard's up and running, because I'm going to live my dream near a stream and hop on that daily. And wouldn't that be like a dream come true? I just want to be in nature and enjoy my life and help people the best I can through their own dark night of their soul, their own stage of the fuckeries. And if you're going through the fuckeries, try not to take it personally. It may feel like suddenly the world has conspired against you personally and that your life is a total dumpster fire. But it is, in actuality, all divinely orchestrated. It is. I have a lot of faith now. I'm still scared, without question. I still have anxiety, and I still have this thing that is wanting to prepare for the other boot. But this side is saying, maybe there are no more boots. Maybe we get to be barefoot for a little while and connected to ground and play in the forest and breathe and be in peace. Maybe that's where Spirit is leading us. We've done the work. My God, we've done the work. You got to do the work. You got to do the work. And I've seen others, so I do have hope and faith, because I have seen others that have gone through really dark stages and come out the other end and are in their dream jobs and with their dream relationships and are just living the dream. So we go through the fuckeries to get to the dream. There isn't a shortcut. There isn't a bypass to bliss. There is get your body in alignment, get your emotions in alignment, get your mind in alignment, and surrender. Surrender, surrender, and surrender some more. I'm going to keep you guys updated, because in the next 2 months, my life could completely change. Well, it will, no matter what. It's going to, because the house is for sale. So in the next 2 months, that's it. My old life will not be any longer. Nothing. 0 things about my old life have survived this awakening. And so everything coming forward, coming towards me, is new. Everything. I can hear dogs about to go, so I'm going to send everybody out there my absolute love. If If you want to book a one-on-one with me, please reach out. If you want to have an private oracle read, please reach out. If you want to join the Spiritual Warrior Support Group, hop on into that. If you want to join our group meetings on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m., please get in touch with me so that you can get the links for that. The first meeting is free. After that, I do kindly request an $11.11 donation for participation. Along with the Zoom meetings comes a complimentary private group chat, and that's just for members that participate in the Zoom, and that's located on Telegram. So if you're wanting to join the private group chat, you have to join the private group meeting. It's just a complimentary, so through the week, you want to check in, or you want, so it gives you access to me that way. With that all said, hold on to your hats. It might get a little bit bumpy, but I've done over 700 videos to show you that you too can survive all the bumpiness and the fuckeries and come out the other end you. Come out the other end you. Peace. In. Oh, and thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the supers, the memberships, and everything else. Every which way you guys support me and my channel, because this is it. This is my career. I'm throwing it all into the You movement, and going to see where it takes me.